Welcome to another Business Mind tutorial. This is Chris, and today we are going to be talking about the BusinessMind Shopify integration. After this video, you will have a complete understanding on how the BusinessMind Shopify integration works, how the fields are mapped, and as always, there's more details in the link in the description below. Now let's get down to it. Okay, let's begin by taking a look at the model detail view. Here you will find your Shopify controls. To send an item to Shopify, it's simple as checking the on web toggle. Toggling this on and saving the record will send it to Shopify. There are a whole bunch of other options here, including images, and we will get to those, but first let's just see how this works. Here is the item sent to Shopify. Let's click on it for the details. We can see the title is populated, the description, the photo, a product type, the vendor or supplier, as well as some tags and some pricing information and some SKU and barcode information. Let's head back over to BusinessMind. From BusinessMind, we can easily see where this information has come from. Let us start with the tags. You can select multiple tags for your item. Through an easy drop-down, you can also type new items that might not be in the drop-down. So let's add that Bengal tag. The Shopify title, let's leave that for now. Let's change the description. Let's remove this size 6. And let's leave everything else as is. Let's do a quick save. Now let's head over back to Shopify. Let us refresh the Shopify page. Okay, so now that our Shopify page has refreshed, let's take a look. We can see the description is updated, and we can see we have our additional tags. We did not make any other adjustments, but kind of wanted to show how the information flows. Let's go back over to BusinessMind and talk about some more of these options. Online tracking 0. This is, you guessed it, the product type. So, again, it is a drop-down list. You have options to choose, or you can enter a new one. Let's set that to Bengal for now. Let's also take a look at the online price. You can see here that the pricing is set to 0. When the pricing is set to 0, the price of the model will just push through. But we can override that. Let's say we're going to have an online special. You buy this online, it's going to be $4,800, not $5,000. Let's go ahead and save this. Now let's take a look at that Shopify end. Okay, now that this is refreshed, we see our new product type set to Bengal. And if we take a look, our online pricing has been updated to $4,800. Let's head back over to BusinessMind. You'll notice an online discount price. Well, this, if we set to something, let's say $4,500. Again, let's save. Head back over to Shopify and refresh. Alright, so let's take a look. You'll notice that the compare at price is now filled in. So this has the original price, and this has the discounted price. So you can see how the information is flowing. And again, the link below does have a map of this in a Help Center article, which will be very easy to follow. Let's head back over to BusinessMind. Let's take a look at some other options. Exclude images. This toggle, if we toggle exclude images, what you're telling BusinessMind is do not send the image to Shopify. So if we say exclude images and we save, this image would not flow to Shopify. This allows you to manage your images directly from Shopify if you wanted. Of course, this is an option, but you don't need to use it. Let's take a look at another option. keep on web if quantity 0. Okay, so let's discuss quantity and how it works with BusinessMind and Shopify. BusinessMind will send items to Shopify when the quantity is greater than 0. In this case, we have quantity of 1. So this item was sent to Shopify and is active, and it's available on the front end to sell. Let's in fact take a look at that front end. Let's find the link and head on over to the front end. Here is the item on the front end. You can see our title, our description, our pricing information, and again, we could add this to cart. Now, let's say you've returned this item back to your supplier, or someone has entered your store and physically purchased this item. The quantity goes down to 0. BusinessMind will automatically remove the item from Shopify. This checkbox tells BusinessMind that it does not matter if the quantity is 0. You want the item to remain on Shopify. So, if we check this off, we sold the item, quantity went to 0, the item will remain on the Shopify front end. Let us actually remove this online discount price. Let's just set this back just so we could see how that's going to flow to the front end. And again, your front end will vary based off of the template that you've chosen or your design that you've customly made. So let's take a look. Let's refresh, and here we go. You see your pricing has been updated. Okay, so let us just discuss one more thing. You will note that there are 2 description fields, Shopify description and a description. The description is the default description in BusinessMind. If you do not set a Shopify description, the default description will flow to Shopify. Makes it easy for you. But if you want to create maybe a more enhanced description for your website, then you have the ability to override that and input your Shopify description. Images. You are able to send multiple images to Shopify. So let us take a look at that. I'm going to simply drag and drop another image, and we're going to save. So now there's 2 images on this item. And let's head back over to Shopify and refresh. Okay, so now back on the Shopify end. Remember, I removed the Shopify description, but we still have a description in here because it will come from the default description. And you will notice that we have the additional image that we added. So let's head back over to BusinessMind. And of course, the on-web checkbox. If for any reason you needed to remove a product from a website, you could uncheck the on-web checkbox and hit save, and the item will be removed. Let's take a look. Okay, so now that this has refreshed, we can see that it is unavailable on any of the sales channels. Just to show that again, if we simply check that and save, come back and refresh. Now you'll see it is back available on the online store. So again, the integration allows you to easily manage your Shopify database using your BusinessMind software. You're entering your inventory into BusinessMind, you're selling items in your store from BusinessMind, and this allows BusinessMind to communicate with Shopify and manage those items to avoid double work. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and of course, if you have any questions, please get in contact with us.